Skylarking Ilios, sailing the seas where the warm sun thrives. Feel the breeze in the tropics we roam. Skylarking Ilios, the oceans are home. Hoist the sails to the reggae beat. Skylarking Ilios, life so sweet. Life is a blessing, grateful every day. Together we skylark.
So hello everybody, I'm back in Lombok now on our old boat, the Dynamite. I just came in yesterday night. Took me 3 days to fly over here, so still a bit tired. I wanted to do some filming on the airport, but it was just too hectic. So we start here. It's really nice to be back at the boat again. And immediately started this morning preparing her to go in the water. Because I'm gonna bring her to Malaysia. And I'll be on my own this time. Really gonna miss Sanne and Heros, because normally we're our little team. But circumstances makes it what it is. So the plan is to do the anti-fouling today. I can show you around here. Tools laying around already. Cleaned up the hydrophane for the steering. Charging the starter batteries. All kinds of little jobs, but it's really nice. Most of the things just work. We had some locals, they checked after the boat and cleaned it sometimes, so it was a warm welcome. And it's really nice to be back in Lombok and Indonesia. So far so good. In 2-3 days they can splash me, and maybe end of the week I'll clear out and start on my journey. So much for now.
For those of you who just joined our channel, before we bought Ilios, we were actually sailing around the world with our other boat, Phillips 43, designed by Holman and Pye, called Dynamite. We left from the Netherlands, sailed through the Caribbean, through the Pacific, and when we arrived in Indonesia, we saw Ilios for sale. And we decided that this was something that was worth pursuing, even though it was on the other side of the world. So we took 4 bags, got our paperwork for Heros, our dog, and flew over to Trinidad. Found a good place for the Dynamite in Lombok, where we could leave her for a few months and try to sell her there. Unfortunately, it's very difficult in Indonesia to sell boats. So that's why Marijn now is back in Indonesia to sail Dynamite to Malaysia, which is a country that's way easier regarding regulations on selling boats. So if you know anyone who's still looking for a boat, it's a really beautiful, really seaworthy boat for a very fair price, really well equipped. Just send us a message.
One of the things I've been doing is checking my life jacket now. And this side I put together. I blew it up yesterday. It stayed hard for 24 hours, so I let out the air. And the other thing I did is I installed an AIS beacon on it. So it's all fit in, all looks good, ready to use. And I promised Sanne and my friends I would wear it. So then I have to do it. When you promise something, you have to do it. So everything installed now. You can see. I put my lifeline in here. Tie it around the waist, nice, because at night I wear a little bit more clothes probably, so I need some more space. And life jacket working, hopefully. One of the little jobs I'm doing now is, as you can see here in the mast, I took out all the halyards so they don't get beaten up by the weather when you're gone in the sun. The way I do it is I took out a little bit of the inside of the rope and I stitched a little loop on the end here. And now I have the flag line here, so I just attach one end to this little loop, and that way I can put them back in or back out again. So good morning, day 3 in Lombok. I'm up the mast now. I already a little bit down, put in the cutter stay. Of course the mosque is making noise always when I want to film, but I just show you around a little bit where we are. So that's Dynamite on the top, and we have all this beautiful land. You see the mountains in the back there, really beautiful. So day 5, Friday morning, 8 o'clock, and we're trailering the boat to the water, and it's time to do some sailing again. So here's the ramp. It's really high tide, a little bit of swell though, but should be fine. Hopefully we have a flawless launching. And well, this is Lombok, the beach. See around here, it's very beautiful for a shipyard. Here she comes. She's gonna turn the boat now and go out backwards. Not sure if I can film that because I have to climb on board, start the engine, see if no water's coming in. So, but I'll do my best. So I just climbed aboard and we're going in now. Seems to go pretty smooth. It's a bit bumpy though. I can show you the water. Pretty clear today. Lots of sand. So let's see. Maybe we get stuck. Maybe not. So good morning. It's Sunday morning now, so almost a week here. Lots have happened since I went in the water. Did the rigging, fixed the outboard, lots of little stuff. Today I'm gonna fix the water maker, and then I'm almost ready to go. I just have to do some shopping and port clearance. So the plan is I do that all on Monday and then leave Tuesday. And well, I just woke up. It's about 7:15 here, and it's just another beautiful day. So good day everybody. It's about 12 in the midday. Yeah, I can show you. All the covers are on, the sails are on. Made a little mousing on the mainyard halyard so it doesn't come loose. The dinghy is on, tied on, have the sails ready. Been cleaning up. Had a problem with open CPN, but luckily Sanne could help me with that. So that's fixed for the navigation. Food is there. Said goodbye to everybody yesterday. Gonna miss Lombok, beautiful island. And well, I'm excited to go. I will go, I'll try to show you my route for now, if it's possible to see. So we are here now in Lombok. Zoom in a bit for you. So I'll go through the reefs, out, and make a line for here on the opposite side of of Bali. This is Bali. And I will try to cross through this little channel in daylight. It's about 120 miles. So if I leave about at 2 o'clock, which I hope to get right, for leaving I could be there maybe tomorrow 2 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, maybe a bit earlier, but still in daylight is the plan. And then I could go in a straight line north, but they're expecting a lot of trade winds coming in. So I might decided to stick a little bit closer to the shore, where the trade winds might be lighter, and if they become too light I can go a bit further north. And then I want to go here to Palu Belitung, and on this side of the island here, put the anchorages there, I should be able to do clearance from Indonesia. Till this point of the island it's about 550 miles sailing. But as you see, I still would have to go either this way around or that way around. I haven't figured that out yet. Alright, I've done it! Gone loose, I'm under engine, leaving the bay because it's headwind and it's between the reefs. There it is! Lombok, goodbye, hopefully. Hope to have no more not too much troubles. It's also good to let the engine run maybe a little while. Probably have to engine a lot the first night because won't be much wind there behind Bali. And well, see how it goes. It looks beautiful so far, so I'm just gonna try and enjoy it. I think the best thing we can do, and I am enjoying it. So check in later. Alright, I have the sails up, but still the motor, so I'm motor sailing. Have to clean up this rope still, but for the rest everything is pretty tidy. And there we go, very little wind, but the sails are doing something with the engine. Need to find some free water across the strait here in daylight. I don't know, maybe I'll get a little more. That would be great. Yes, dynamite. There we go. The wind shifted. Southeasterly now. I'm doing 7.5 knots with the current wind, and just now the dolphins came out. But they seem to have disappeared again. So it's a whole different story now. The wind increases. If the wind increases, I will put in a reef. Better. Almost at the shipping lane. I want to pass that. But, moving like a bullet. Seeing the dolphins. It's really started. Oh, nice, beautiful. I just put in a reef. It's also good practice because it's been a while. Feels much better now. I'm still doing 7.5 knots. And some traffic around me, but pretty good. Now the wind is dying, by the way. I think when I come under Bali, which is not so far anymore, the wind will be less, but it was just too much with the waves and the boat was going all over the place. So it feels a lot better now. Let's see how this goes. Good evening. It's 5:30 now. I'm already going on a second reef, and I took the cutter jib away, so it's only the Yankee and 2 reefs. I'm still doing almost 8 knots. I think I have lots of currents with me, and maybe I'm in some kind of acceleration zone of Bali. Every weather forecast said this morning there would be no wind here, but I found it. Some pretty uncomfortable waves sometimes, but I'm doing well. Few boats for shipping, and then I should be free for a while, so maybe I can cook some dinner then. It'll be getting dark then. And hopefully, supposedly, once I'm under Bali, the wind should drop down, but we'll see what happens. But the boat's stable again, and we're doing well. All right. Okay, one of the reasons I didn't like this route was because I thought the Indonesians put all this mess in the sea. A lot of people said it was okay here, but I just coming down here with 7-8 knots, stick my head out of the hatch, and there's bloody floating raft here. Could have hit that easily. I'm so done with these fishermen. They should clean up their mess. I don't know if this is broken loose and floating around. I have no idea. But yeah. The sky is beautiful though. But I don't know what it is with these people. Somehow they don't care about living dangerous or something. But I made it past. I think it's floating. Must have broken loose or something. Okay, I gotta watch out, put the boat back on course. I don't know if you can see it, but under that cloud you see a little point, and it's the mountain of Bali, and it's huge. It's a huge volcano, really impressive. To the right of me the sun is going down, so it will be night soon. And one more ship ahead of me. Once I'm past here, it looks pretty clean. And maybe I get some protection of Bali. Maybe the sea flattens a bit, and could actually be a nice night. But we'll see what Mother Nature brings.
So it's Tuesday morning here in Trinidad, and I just got a message from Marijn, and he left a few hours ago from Lombok in Indonesia, all by himself for a trip of almost 1500 miles to Malaysia. So yeah, I'm not sure. I might be more nervous than him. I really feel like the nerves going through my body. So, but yeah, I know he's a really good sailor, so probably will be alright. But still, it can be tough sailing by yourself in that area with all the fishermen that have no AIS, and lots of thunderstorms, lots of floating fishing gear in the water. It's like a pretty challenging area to sail by yourself. It's different than when you're like in the open sea and only have like big boats with proper working AIS, or at least that's how you hope it would be. So yeah, thinking of him, hoping he's enjoying it and having a good time. And in the meantime, trying to keep occupied here and keep myself busy, doing some boat jobs, and plenty boat jobs to choose from, so that won't be a problem.
Only have the main up with 3 reefs in it, and I'm still doing 6 knots. There's plenty of boats around me without AIS. Somehow I already to get out of the way for them for 2 times. I don't hope this continues all night, because the night has just started. But the boat here, you see him, he's not very far away, maybe a few hundred meters now. And so now I know why it looks so quiet on the AIS. But we'll see. At least the fishermen have big lights on, that helps a lot. I'm gonna wait with putting the cutter jib on. I just want to chill out a little bit. I've been working hard all day with the sails. So it's been busy but beautiful. Hopefully I can make some dinner now and take a half an hour nap or something. Alright, check in later. Good morning. Yeah, it's 7:30 in the morning now. It was quite a busy night, but I did manage to get some sleep. I did some 20-minute naps, and because there was a lot of shipping and a lot of the vats, at least I had lights on them, but they were in the way. The wind calmed down, and yeah, it was a very sloppy sea, I would say. So I took it real easy, did about 4 knots. Wind shifted a bit, so got off course a little bit too much to the south. So this morning, I will show you. This morning I made a jibe there around number 2. My initial plan was to go through here, but it's only 23 miles to this strait, and I'm doing 6.5 knots right now. So I should be there in about 3.5 hours, and that's very nice because I want to do this in the daylight and not at night. And then once I'm there, I can bear off into the Java Sea, and I'll have lots of more space and don't have to worry. And well, we'll see. Maybe Bevejan seems to have a place where we can stay there for a night. Actually, I hope the weather will be nice and I can just go straight to Biliton. Bilitung, they call it. That's where I can do the clearance. But that's still about 450 miles, so that will take about 3-4 days to get there, the wind stays. So we'll see. Target for today, going through the strait here. To watch out a little, some stuff with yellow buoys I have to go around, some cables there, pipeline, and after that be fine. Lots of space here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Show you what the world looks like. It's quite grey still, some clouds, but that's nice. That's why it's cool. Enjoying that. And I got a second reef in the main still. Floppy, the cutter jib, and the Yankee on. And the boat's doing fine. Wind vane steering. So Good trip so far. First I thought I had to motor through here because the weathercast said there would be no wind, but it's a beautiful breeze. Alright, greetings from the Bali Sea. Hello. Well, I made it through the pass, so I'm in the Java Sea now. But the whole thing is dead downwind. I changed the Yankee for the small Genoa. I'm doing about 4.5 knots. It's not too much, but the more north I come, the wind should increase. I'm too lazy now to put in the pool, so I've decided to just take it easy on the jib. Downwind, the boat is in a slow motion, and I'm gonna relax a bit. It was a very interesting first day. There's lots of sailing, handling, and now it's time to maybe take a little nap, wash myself, maybe read something, listen some music, and just enjoy. So there she goes, 4.5 knots. It is around, well, maybe 4 o'clock or something, and I did a little nap. Only woke up just in time because I'm surrounded by many fishermen. So I pulled the mainsail up, steer a bit more north, hoping to get out of them before dark. But you never know, maybe it just continues. But also by going north the wind should pick up a little bit more. So that would be nice for the average speed. But it was great to have a little sleep. I needed that. So hopefully tonight I can sleep a little bit more than last night. That would be nice. So good night from Dynamite, because it's about 7 at night. I haven't had a chance to make dinner yet. Just look around me. Fishing boats, fishing boats, fishing boats, fishing boats. And there's more fishing boats. But I am maybe sure that most of the fishing is around these islands. Here where the currents go through, of course, and there's deep water and shallow water and colder water and warmer water, so it must be good for fishing. So I'm hopefully, once I reach by this point, it will slow down a bit, and maybe able to take a nap once in a while. Second night at sea. So first one went well. I have better weather now. Doing good. So yeah, I hope I can get some shut-eye sometime. So I'll do the 20-minute wake up show again. Sleep 20 minutes, look around, check. Sleep 20 minutes, look around, check. And hopefully in about 2 hours I could be able to cook some dinner, because I'm sort of getting hungry. Alright, doing a bit of multitasking here. Making some tofu. So I've been cooking. Watching the AIS because boats all over the place. So I keep going inside, outside. Sorry about that. But here you can see the fishing village on the starboard side, and that is on the port side. Still one in front of me to watch him close, and then that's in the back of me. So yeah, busy night, but we're in a good mood. So I just had to start the engine to avoid the collision. One of the fishermen started his engine and started moving, and you have on the big lights, he had no AIS either, and I don't think he ever saw me coming straight at me, but it was very hard for me to see in which direction he was going, and by the time I was sure, I took no chances. I just started the engine, went to starboard and crossed him maybe 50 yards. So fucking fisherman. But the good news is, if you look in front of me, it's dark, which means that I can tell all these guys goodbye. And I hope you don't catch too much fish.
Okay people, that was it for this time. Come back in 2 weeks and we'll continue with Marijn's journey from Indonesia to Malaysia. For now we wish you fair winds and following seas.